Welcome back! This is El Maestro and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to discuss fundamental operations, okay, on integers. Again, fundamental operations on integers, specifically adding integers, okay? So, before we proceed, grab your pens, papers, notes, and everything, and let's go. So, before we can add integers. First, we will going to define what is an integers. Dapat kilalanin muna natin ano pala yung integers. Sino pala si integers? According to the definition, it is a number that can be expressed without a fractional or decimal components. It is the union of whole numbers and negative numbers. The set of integers include 0, set of natural numbers, count or counting numbers, and their additive inverses. There are three types of integers, namely the positive integers, the negative integers, and the zero integer. If a number is written without a sign, it is understood to be a positive integers, like 5. Okay? So if nakita nyo 5, walang sign, it means that is positive 5. Okay? So kasi pag positive yung number, hindi na necessary lagyan pa natin ng positive sign. That is understood as a positive integer. Okay? So the set of integers can be best illustrated in a number line. So let's check. But before we illustrated one in a number line, emphasize muna natin yung definition. Sabi dito, without a fractional or decimal components. Okay? So meaning, pag fractional or may decimal, that is not an integer. Okay? Next, union of numbers and negative numbers. Okay? So lahat ng whole numbers and negative numbers, that is an integer. Okay? Nakuha. So let's have this in a number line. So dito, ito yung three types. First is we have the zero integers. Okay? From that zero going to the left. Okay? Left side going to the left, that side, all of those are the negative integers. Nakuha. Then, from 0 going to the right, okay, going there, sa ano nyo, nakita nyo, papunta doon, lahat yan ay positive. Okay, those are integers. Okay? So with this, let's try to identify mga given. May bibigay ako na mga. Let's identify if that given is an integer or not. First, we have 100. Is 100 an integer? Correct. That is an integer since that is a whole number. Next, negative 1/2 or 1/2. Correct. Not an integer because it is written in a fractional form. Sabi sa definition, dapat hindi fraction. Okay? Next, negative 53. Integer. Very good. Next, 0.75. Correct. Not an integer. Next, 3/4. Very good. Not an integer. Because 3/4 is in a fraction form. Okay? So, by this class, sana na ma-differentiate na natin o ma-identify na natin ano yung integers and ano yung hindi. Okay? So, next is we compare now integers through number lines. Ano yung mas malaki? Depende sa position nila sa number line. Okay? So, to compare two integers, you need to determine their position in the number line. Importante yan. Like, which has a greater value, 2 or 5. So, with this, alam natin na mas greater ang 5 compared sa 2. Okay? But let's check, according to this, that kung sino yung nasa right side sa number line is yung mas greater. Okay? So, let's have a number line. Okay? So, let's locate 5 sa number line and 2. And sabi dito, okay, if you see this, those integers positioned at the right side has greater value. Okay, than integers positioned on the left side of the number line. Sa dalawang to, ano yung mas nasa right? Diba 5? 5 is on the right and yung 2 nasa left. So therefore, 5 is greater than 2. Okay? Ganun yun. Pero syempre, alam na natin na mas malaki talaga yung 5 compared sa 2. Okay? How about this? 7 is greater than 4. we'll know again that 7 is greater than 4. And let's check sa number line if tama ba. So this is 7 and that is 4. Sino yung nasa rightmost? Siyempre 7 and yung nasa left is 4. Thus, 7 is at the right side of 4 in the number line, therefore 7 is greater than 4. Okay? Next. Negative 2 is greater than negative 6. By this, baka makonfuse kayo, sir. Mas malaki yung 2. O tingnan natin kasi negative yan. Okay? Let's check sa number line. So, negative 2 here and we have negative 6. Let's check. Ano yung mas nasa right? Si negative 2 or si negative 6? If we check class, tingnan nyo ito. Diba? Negative 2 is nasa right and si negative 6 is nasa left. Therefore, okay, since negative 2 is at the right side of negative 6 in the number line, thus, negative 2 is greater than 6. Napansin nyo? Kahit sa dalawang to class, if mas maliit yung value ng isang number tapos negative, mas malaki siya compare sa mas malaking number pero negative. Kasi nasa left side to. Okay? So, negative 5 is greater than negative 3. Let's check. Negative 5, negative 10. Negative 5 is greater than negative 10. Right? Left. So, that means, so since negative 5 is at the right side of negative 10 in the number line, thus, we say that negative 5 is greater than 10. Okay? Okay. So, let's have another example. So, 3 is greater than negative 12. Okay? So, we'll know that 3 and negative 12, 3 is in the right side and negative 12 is nasa left. So, therefore, since 3 is at the right side of negative 12 in the number line, thus we say that 3 is greater than negative 12. Okay? So, with that class, alam na natin what is an integer and alam na natin kung paano i-identify ang integer according kung sino mas greater and mas lesser sa kanila. Okay? So, importante yan later on sa pag-advance ng ating mga lessons. Okay? So, we can now proceed in addition of integers. Okay? So, in adding an integers can be added either in vertical or horizontal arrangement. The integers to be added is what we call the addends, while the answer is called the sum or the total. Okay. So again, it could be written vertical or horizontal. Okay? So don't get confused with that. Pwedeng vertical, pwedeng horizontal ang pagka-arrange ng numbers. Okay? And yung mga i-add natin, tawag sa kanila addends. This one. Yan sila, addends tawag dyan. And yung total o yung sagot, tawag dyan ay sum. Sum or total. Okay? So, let's now proceed sa rules sa pag-add ng integers. Sabi sa rule number 1, to add integers with the same sign, add the integers and copy their common sign. Isa-isahin natin. Let's have this example first. So, sabi dito, to add an integer. So, before tayo mag-proceed class, tingnan muna natin anong operation ang ginagamit. Yan. That's the operation. Ano yan? Since that is an addition, then we will use these rules nga na meron dito. So, sabi, pag mag-add ng integers na same yung sign, again, take note, dapat same yung sign sa rule number 1. So, i-check natin if same yung sign nila. So, first, yung mga addends natin, tingnan natin. Yung isa, negative. Yung isa, negative din. So, negative 8 and negative 11. So, the same sign. So, pag the same sign, anong gagawin? Sabi dito, just add the integers. I-add natin yan. So, meaning, that is 8 plus 11, that is equal to 19. And meron pa, may continuation. Sabi, and copy their common sign. Common sign, ano yung sign nilang dalawa? Yung sign nilang dalawa is negative. So, you put negative. So, the answer is negative 19. No, ganun lang mag-add ng integers if they have the same sign. Another example. So we have 5 plus 3. Again, check what operation? That is addition. Check the sign. Sabi dyan, dapat same sign. 5, sabi sa definition natin earlier, pag walang nakalagay na sign, that's automatic positive, right? That's the definition earlier. Then, 3 is positive. So, same yung sign nila. So, sabi, pag same ang sign, add the integers. Automatic, i-add. And since 5 and 3 are same positive, you copy the common sign. So, kahit hindi mo nalagyan ng plus sign class, automatic, di ba sabi natin, pag walang sign, that is understood as positive. Okay? So, let's try to add yung naka-horizontal naman. Okay? Okay? So, naka-horizontal, let's check. Ito. So, we have negative 7 plus negative 3. Okay? Operation is addition. Kasi later, sa next topic natin, merong subtraction. Okay? So, importante talaga, class, alam natin if what operation yung gagawin natin. With this, yung operation is addition. Okay? Then, since we add, we check if they have the same sign. Kasi later, meron ding different sign. Anong gagawin? Okay? Sa rule number 1 pa lang to. Okay. So, the same sign, same silang negative. Anong sabi? Pag same, we add the integers. So, that is 7 plus 3 equal to 10. And, copy the common sign. Ano yung common sign nila? Negative. So, you copy negative. So, the answer is negative 10. So, negative 7 plus negative 3 is equal to negative 10. Okay? Next. 4 plus 5. Check. That is addition. Okay? Then, check if they have the same sign. Yes, they have the same sign. They are the same positive. So, you add the integers. That is 9. Copy their common sign, positive. So, kahit wag na nating lagyan, automatic that is positive. Okay? First rule pa lang yan. Adding integers with same sign. Okay? What if, sa rule number 2, we add integers with different signs? So, sabi, pag different sign, sabi dito, subtract the integers. Sabi dyan, subtract the integers and copy the sign of the integers with greater value. Isa-isahin natin. Okay. Negative 11 plus 8. Okay. Check natin yung operation. The operation is addition. Pero, pag check natin sa signs, they are not the same sign. Yung isa negative, yung isa positive. So, kaya, papasok siya sa rule number 2. Okay? So, sa rule number 2, sabi, pag the same, rule number 2, pag different yung sign, sabi, subtract the integers. Okay? Isusubtract natin yung integers kasi hindi sila same ng sign. So, meaning, that is 11 minus 8, that is equal to 3. Again, may continuation. Sabi, copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. Okay? So, tingnan natin. So, with this, i-check natin kung ano yung value ng integers, okay? Or yung sign, no? Copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. Check. Since 11 is greater than 8, right? Mas malaki yung 11 sa 8. Tama? So, we copy the sign of 11, which is positive. So, i-copy natin yung positive 11. Okay? So, automatic, wag na nating lagyan. So, the answer is positive 3. Okay? Next example. So, that is 5 plus negative 3. Again, check the operation. That is addition. Then, check the sign. If same or different signs. So, you have positive. And the other one is negative. So, different signs. Anong sabi pag different signs? Subtract the integers. Okay? So, subtract 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Then, check, ano yung number na may, ano yung mas malaking number? Kasi, kung ano yung malaking number, yun yung sign na kakopyahin natin. Kasi sabi dito, copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. We know what is an absolute value, right? Okay, so pag hindi nyo alam yung absolute value, meron tayong separate video on how to identify an absolute value. Okay? So let's have this. Since 5 is greater than 3, so we copy the sign of 5. Okay? So ano yung sign ng 5? Positive. So we copy that one. So the answer is 2. Okay? So positive 2 ang answer. Another one. This one. Negative 7 plus 3 is equal to, again, check, that is addition with different signs. Kasi ito, negative, ang isa is positive. So, different sign, anong sabi pag different signs? Subtract the integers. So, that is 7 minus 3, that is equal to 4. Then, copy the sign of the greater with the greater absolute value. Integer with greater absolute value. Ano yung mas malaki? Tingnan natin sa absolute value. Since 7 is greater than 3, so we copy the sign of 7, which is yung sign ng 7 is negative. So yun yung i-copy natin. So our answer now is negative 4. Okay? So yun lang yung difference sila. Next. So we have 4 plus negative 5. Again, check anong operation. The operation is addition. So check natin anong rule ang gagamitin natin. Rule number 1 ba or rule number 2? So check the sign if they have the same sign. In this case, they have different sign. Yung isa positive yung 4, yung isa negative ang 5. Since negative and positive, different sign, sabi sa rule number 2, subtract the integers. So subtract mo 5 minus 4, that is equal to 1. And copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. Ano yung mas malaki? This time, 4 or 5? So mas malaki yung 5, absolute value. So since 5 is greater than 4, we copy the sign of 5, which is negative. So our answer is negative 1. So in adding integers class, we have two rules to remember. First rule is we check if they have the same sign. And second rule is we check if they have different sign. Again, if different sign, subtract the integers and copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. Pag same naman yung sign, automatic, just add the integers and copy their common sign. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay? So you practice class. You practice with this. Okay? How about this one? How about if we add now or we subtract integers? Okay? So we have different rules also in subtracting integers. So you check sa separate video, meron tayong subtracting integers. So with this is El Maestro. Thank you for watching, guys. Please share this with your classmates, no, para malaman nila na merong ganitong video. Okay? Thank you guys for watching and God bless you all.